I'm in love with the shape of you. I push and pull like a magnet too. Last night you were in my room, and now my bed sheet smells like you. Hey, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. I'm dumping trash. What's up, y'all? Yes, it is very early. I'm not usually up this. Well, I'm up this early, but I usually don't drag up out of bed. I'm getting off of work early today. I have one of those jobs that I can adjust my schedule accordingly. Um, how are you doing this morning, my people? It's 7 of y'all in here. That's my lucky number. My birthday is actually on September the 7th. That was gonna be one of, you know what? My name was either gonna be Rebel. There were 3 names that I was gonna go with for my YouTube name. And I wanted those names to be symbolic of who I am. So I was gonna go with Rebel. I was gonna go with 7, and also what's the other name? It wasn't Oracle. I forgot the other name, but Mona Simone had that name before. It was for being a free thinker, someone that's deep in thought. It wasn't Oracle, but it was along those lines. But Hey, E. Harris, miss all that. Your son is 9'6", really? Liberia. Hey, you know what? I those topics last night. I hope y'all came through and if you came through and saw us on the panel yesterday, we had a good time. I know I did. Um, those last that last little block of conversation was a bit much. Good God, QB. Would you go down on your grandmother? Could you watch your parents have sex? Would you participate in? What would you do? I'm I hope he didn't put a gun to my head and blow my brains out, because that's what I would have done on some of those questions if I had that opportunity to choose. Uh, no, I don't want to. I wouldn't want to see my parents laid up. Participate? No, I don't want to even hear a damn moan. But on a side note, I did walk in on my parents having sex when I was little, but I didn't know what I was seeing. Now that I am an adult, no, I wouldn't want to see that. Hell no. But yes, when it came to eating a spider or a dead rat, I would eat the hell out of a spider before I would eat a dead rat, because it's coronavirus. And also, hell, spider would basically be like me eating a crawfish or some type of a shellfish, because they're kind of in that same arachnid, insectoid like family. Hell, crawfish and crabs are basically water bugs. So yes, I would eat a spider. Throw some hot sauce on it, something to mask whatever it may taste like. I'll be sucking legs and everything. Baby, you'll be thinking I'm eating some crab legs. some snow crab legs. But no, a rat, dead rat. Oh hell no. But we had some, and I think that was really because I watched the TD Jakes interview on the Breakfast Club, and I always come away with something positive listening to TD Jakes, and he's evolved. Come on, dude, you got to put your lights on. This dude is flying down this expressway with no lights. He could have hit someone in this big SUV. Hey, Mama Sammy, love you too, y'all. But it's been crazy. Um, y'all have y'all been watching? Have y'all been watching the Chernobyl explosion revamped, also known as Tracy and Mr. Johnny Mac going at it? If people can't see how Tracy is, and you know what, Johnny Mac, I'm gonna say something. You're full of shit, Johnny Mac. And let me tell you something. Jay Wilson is dancing around and being polite. I'm not that person. Johnny Mac, I liked you in the beginning, but you co-signed a lot of things that Tracy was doing, and you need to cut the BS because we all know you were doing it. You would be speaking positive words of wisdom, and you're co-signing Tracy. Now you can cut the shit. That ain't gonna fly with me. And you know all this. He's an elder and all that. Hell, this elders that's touching on children. Now let's stop with the elder abuse because it's not cute. If you're abusing the elder, no, you shouldn't abuse the elder. But if an elder get in and roll in the mud with the pigs, they're gonna get dirty with the pigs. Hold on, let me get some gas before I finish going in. You gotta read these horse. Hold on, guys. So I'm putting gas in my car. My next car is not gonna be a luxury car. I'm getting a truck next because I'm tired of putting this damn premium gas in my car. And this, well, the gas here is $2.79 a gallon. I had a little Kia and a Honda Civic. My oil changes were like $24. This car, the oil change is like $90, $100. Your first time? Thank y'all. Thank you all for putting that in there. Okay. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay. So, hey, Purple Power. Um, but we had a really good time. Um, and I'm already thinking about what my topic when I do mine. I've been just looking at what's going on. But I have to be, I'm aware that some things that we're talking about that I may want to talk about may be old news by time it comes back around to me, because there's one other person and then I'm after them. So it's captivating. Well, no, it's next is gonna be on King Payne's channel, then Jay Wilson, then me, I think. But we had a good time. As I was saying about Johnny Mac and Tracy. Now Johnny Mac was going in telling Jay Wilson, he's attacking a woman, and he was defending Tracy as if she was a damsel in distress. Meanwhile, he's talking about her makeup, throwing shade at how she looks, giving her 72 hours to comply, to not say anything else about him. Johnny Mac, don't you think you're being a hypocrite right now? Tracy's very deserving of the drag, don't get me wrong. But you sat up there and saw this woman doing the things that she was doing, and you sat on the side. And me personally, I think you wanted to be on the ride to get your numbers up. People, stop acting like y'all can't see what these content creators are doing. You wanted to get your numbers up, so you jumped on whatever bandwagon was going to carry you over the threshold. And so you just bided your time, and you waited until it was good for you to jump ship like a rat on a sinking ship, actually. So, I mean, I liked Johnny Mac, let me say that. I liked Johnny Mac, and I thought he had a positive message, but that positive message to me it fell on deaf ears after I saw you co-signing Tracy and her crowd. Thank you. And you know what? People can say we only have 300 or 200 and something in the chats, and they're quick to say that. But meanwhile, people are praising us for bringing some type of positive messages. When I do when I host it on my channel, I'll always talk to my moderators behind the scene. I'll do a StreamYard with my moderators or a phone call, and we'll do like a group talk. But because I want to get input from the women in the sector, the women are supporting me. So my mods are all women. I want your opinions on what show topics to talk about. And it's not going to always be cookie cutter. Because I've had mods that would say, well, Rebel, that may be divisive. Well, sometimes you need to hear some shit that's going to rebel. People need to hear things that make them uncomfortable. I wouldn't be Rebel if I didn't do that. I know things to not talk up on, as far as I'm not going to talk up on things that wouldn't affect me per se, or whatnot with Food Junkie. What the hell is up with that? Food Junkie, every other sentence is whatnot. It's like a broken record. But anyways, I think that you can discuss things that make people uncomfortable because they need to hear that. We as Black people are notorious for pushing things under the rug and not wanting to hear anything because, it's putting us in a place that makes us feel uneasy. Well, screw that. I'm going to make you feel uneasy. And the moderators, y'all, let me tell you something, Wrench. If you watch this, and y'all moderators that I have in here, when I host it on my channel, hear me when I say this. If the Wrench come in there being disrespectful, I want him put up out of there. I'm not entertaining that. Wrench, some things are funny, but you're not going to be insulting my fellow panel members. I don't allow it. Now, my other panel members, a couple of them may think that's entertaining and cute. I don't find it entertaining and cute. I don't. It's draining, and it's like we could be talking about a serious topic, and the rent come in there like he's trying to throw the topic off. What the hell? If he does that, moderators again, I won't first give him a chance, time him out. But if he does it again, he's to be blocked immediately. You know, brother Jay likes the trolls, and that's exciting, and to each his own. I don't. Get them up out of there. I don't care who it is. It could be Layla Lynn or Sweet Tea or whatever, Precious Tea, whatever her name is, Tasha K. They come in my chat being disrespectful, block them. I'm not impressed by numbers. And you know what, Tabitha? That's true. You know, and when we think about the lives that were lost in that crash, there were so many more people affected by that than just Kobe's family. Think about, there was a mother on there with her daughter. Her life is not less important. All of those people's lives were important. All of those lives, regardless to the most famous to the least. It just breaks my heart with children. Any life is precious, but when it's children that haven't had a chance to live, that's sad, you know. And it's just, even seeing the footage, because different people have been sending me the footage of the crash, you know, when it's first happening and the helicopter's going down. I'm deathly afraid of heights. I don't like heights. I've challenged my fear of heights by doing rock climbing. But we used to have a trestle down the street from my grandmother's house. And my uncles and cousins would walk over this trestle, and a trestle is like a bridge that the train goes over. And it was a high bridge, there was water beneath it. And you can see like snakes on the rocks below it. So when we would walk over the trestle, I would be walking like almost paralyzed in fear. I would be so scared that going across this bridge, a train would come while I'm crossing. You could hear the train miles away practically, but it was that thought in my head that I would get caught on this bridge and run over by the train. And I almost got hurt seriously. My uncle's jumping on the train. I jumped on the train. The train was going slow. You know, little boys do some crazy things. So jump on the train is moving slow. And you ride the train until it slows down again and you jump back off. I told y'all I was a little rough little child. So I would hold on. So I jumped on the train, and y'all, the train was going slow, and I thought it was gonna pass over the trestle. It stopped, and I was almost like right on the trestle. So I would have been stuck on this train hanging on the side on this bridge. So I jumped / fell off the train onto the rocks. Now, it wasn't a high fall or anything, but I was bruised. So I would and I'm saying that to say my fear of heights, it was scary. I could only imagine the fear that these children, adults, were going through their last minutes of life. And it just makes you understand that life is so precious, and that don't let people occupy space in your life that are bringing negativity. If I feel that energy, I can't feel that energy takes away. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Um, and people say the numbers that are watching us are low, and but when you have drama on your channel, you're going to get big numbers because people come in droves to see drama. All I say is go look at our comments and see the positive reactions that we get from our gentlemen's panel. You're not going to get the same views doing mukbangs or mukbangs. I personally don't want to see a person eating like that. I never understood what's entertaining about watching someone shoveling food in their mouth. I never found it entertaining. I watch reviews and everything, but reviews are not going to get the same amount of viewers as drama. So us on the gentleman's panel, we're talking about things going on, but it's no drama. We could get someone like a Simply Trey or Rico or Wally on the show as a guest. Yeah, that would bring numbers because they'll like to see us interacting with the person. They'll want to see if there's going to be any, cattiness. And people are quick to sit up and say, well, y'all should let Wally on the show. Y'all should have what? Hell no. You sound stupid as hell even suggesting that. Why would we want someone on the show that's such a negative person that lies all the time? You could disagree with us, but when you just flat out lie, why would you want us to include that in our channel? Because you want to see a train wreck. That's basically what it is. You want to see a shit show. No. I don't care if he disagreed with people on the panel. I wouldn't have a problem with someone like that being on. But when a person outright lies and makes up stories, and you think he should be on a panel? Get the fuck out of here with that. Bitch, you crazy. This is, you know what, y'all, I said I was gonna stop cursing this much, and Lord forgive me, I just lost 6 weeks of prayer just then. But it just brings, it's just this amount of stuff people like to see and what they want to hear. It's crazy. But I think that come on, Lord, let me make this light, because this man's here with this freaking little thing to wash my car. He's gonna run up on the car since I gave him a coin. Okay, I made the light. But anyways, y'all, my car, the funny thing is when people look at the car, this is a Lexus IS250. The car looks like it would be a powerful, car, and it has some muscle to it. It's not. Don't be misled. The Lexus IS250 is not a powerful car. Hell, my little Kia I had, my Honda Civic had more punch, it seems. My Honda Civic was a EX. But this car is not. If you want to ride out of town, it's a car that's comfortable to ride in, but I got a heavy foot. I am Fierce Aries. I am right here by NRG. You got good eyes. I'm passing up the stadium right now. I work in a medical center. But and don't be afraid because I say I work in a medical center about being doxxed or anything. I don't care about that. Um, what are you gonna do? Pull up what, a criminal record? No, I can't. I couldn't work in a hospital and the capacity that I work can have a criminal background. I don't get on YouTube talking about people's children or saying anything about a group of people that could be disparaging. So yeah. And I've done a video or so, a couple of videos on breaks when I was at work, like on lunch breaks, but I've stopped doing that because I still just don't even want to give anyone any ammunition to even lie and say that I was like at work all day on YouTube, which wouldn't be the case. Um, um, and you know, even with loss, people deal with loss in different ways. I just saw someone make a comment about that. We buried my mother in October last year, and it was hard. It's hard for me um, because it was very unexpected. My mother passing away, she wasn't sick for a long period of time, or you know, she was battling cancer or something like that. It was something literally being awakened out of your sleep and being hit by a dump truck. But you know, and people would be like, well, Rebel, you how do you deal with that? And you know, you don't see me like in quiet times, or you know, just when I'm writing or doing other things, it hits me then. You know, I'm good at compartmentalizing, you know, my different areas of grief. Yeah, I have an aunt that passed away 6 years ago that I grew up with, like an older sister. My aunt was only like 6 years older than me, and she and I were really close. But it's like it really, I could say that that was like one of the hardest. And that was up there with the top hardest deaths that I've ever dealt with, was my aunt. You know, someone that's like a sister to you. That's always, my aunt was the first person that I came out to as a gay man. And my aunt, you know, when my mother and I were going through issues as a younger person, my aunt always had her home open up to me. So I I would have never forgotten that. You know, and my mother, you know, when people would, the first thing they'll say was his mother accepting? My mother loved her gay son, and that was never, my mother would probably, she would try to fix me up with someone if I gave her an opportunity to do that. But me and my aunt just had a different relationship. You know, someone that's like your twin, she was older. She was older, but very much, you know, she was like a sister to me. Because my grandmother raised me a lot of my younger life. Um, but my aunt was my protector. Like if anybody messed with her nephew, she was quick to fight. She was quick to fight. She was, my aunt would be like, we'd go to hotels. My aunt would steal towels off the cleaning ladies' carts, or she would just, we would do crazy things. Like she would moon someone while we'd be driving out of town. She'd put her ass up against the mirror and window and moon, like scare these white people that was riding on the side of us. She was funny like that. Hey, Jadon. Hey, Vivian. Thank you, Tita. But um, I just think that it's just my mindset is so different now in dealing with BS. On the YouTube streets, there are a lot of undiagnosed mental disorders, and people with mental disorders are being heralded. They're being they're being watered like a plant, even though people should tell them what you're doing is crazy as hell. You're still co-signing BS. It's ridiculous, and stop letting those behaviors become normal. It's not. Doxing is not normal. Posting people's children is not normal. Dragging people like that is just not cute. And for you to be in a chat and you sitting up and you're like applauding any content creator that does it, it's not cute. And a lot of times subscribers want to be in such good standing with the content creators that they co-sign anything. It's almost, to me, it's like I just look at Hitler, someone like Hitler, or David Koresh, or Jeffrey Dahmer, not Jeffrey Dahmer. Um, a lot of these people had cults that followed them, and they knew they were doing wrong. Jim Jones. People drank the Kool-Aid, and you're basically drinking the Kool-Aid on YouTube. You like people, but damn, stop co-signing all their F stuff. I don't look at any particular person as being, I don't look at content creators that have 100,000 people or someone that has less than 1,000 as different people, because everyone grows in a different way. Um, I get something from everyone. Um, and sometimes these people on here are so full of themselves that they start developing these deity complexes. And for those in the back that don't know what that means, they start feeling as if they're gods, that they should be worshipped, and that they can't do no wrong. And they have their minions running around these streets like freaking chickens with their heads cut off. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. It's just, people wake up. People wake up. Uh, I'm here at this parking lot at 6 o'clock. I suppose that I wanted to come to work at 5 something, but my bed was too comfortable, and I laid up and um, had me a little something last night, which was a little cocktail, a hot toddy. Because when I say hot cocktail, a little cocktail, people up say he has some cock and tail. No, it was a drink I had. But I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for the support. Uh, I have these. Oh, I'm glad I didn't forget my scrubs. Y'all, I be having bags of scrubs I gotta bring in. Okay. Thank y'all for coming through. My mods for holding it down. All the content creators, Vivian Jennings, Tita Talks, J Don. Who else? Go check them out. Check Tita Talks and Vivian Jennings out. Check J Don out. J Don, I think you do have a channel, right? Listen, I'm shout out to everyone, because you should be able to go and listen and get something from other people. Let's get different perspectives. Stop jumping on these bandwagons and running like we're in a group of kids, trying to fit in.
We're all adults here. But thank you guys again. Much love. I'm out. Peace.